What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in with Callie. Please like, subscribe if you haven't already. You know, you heard me talk about it. You've heard me speak on the wildfires and things. You heard me speak on a lot of things, you know, with the Clippers surrounding them. You heard me speak on Kawhi Leonard. You heard me speak on Ty Lue, the team itself. And, you know, the message from Ty Lue, reading it, hearing it, either way, you know, it didn't matter. It's just not something Clippers fans wanted to hear right now. You know, and really no fan, no person wants to hear right now. You know, when I looked at Ty Lue in his interview, as you see, you know, basketball is not that important right now. You know, people's lives are at stake. People losing homes, as he said, losing schools, losing just family members, everything. It's just really not a good time to really be focused on any sport, especially if you're out here in California. I mean, maybe other people, other places don't care, but I mean, it's really a serious matter. And it really just, it doesn't sit well with a lot of people, including myself, of course. And it's really hard to hear somebody like Ty Lue say that, or any team or anybody say that, because right now, when you look at the Clippers, they're holding on to the 7th, 8th spot between there. You know, maybe they could reach up to the 6th spot, you know, depending on whether somebody lose or they win a game or something like that. But the game was postponed from the other day. It was supposed to be in L.A. to, you know, playing the Charlotte Hornets. Now the game is postponed until the day. And, you know, hopefully the Clippers can focus enough to get a victory, you know, because it's tough. It's tough to focus right now. It really is. The only problem is, as I said, the Clippers are in a situation where they don't have Kawhi Leonard. They're not sure when he's coming back. I mean, which he will be back soon, but I mean, they're not sure if he's coming back in the next, you know, couple of games or not. And they're teetering between a playoff spot and trying to maintain and stay, you know, balanced enough to at least keep a playoff spot, at least where they are right now. And when you look at where their team is, of course, they're a very hungry team. They're fighting. James Harden is playing well enough anyway, along with Norman Powell. They're still trying to get Kawhi back into the mix. And, you know, every loss really counts for them because they're like 20-17. And, you know, it's like you're in that spot. You're not in a favorable spot when it comes to the playoff picture. Even though it's still early in the season, you still want to be playing, you know, your best basketball as much as you can, you know, and trying to focus on basketball, keeping everybody calm, keeping everybody under wraps and things like that is very tough right now, because it's just not easy to mentally focus when you're worried about your family, worried about your house, whether you're going to have a house or not after practice, after a game. You know, it's so much going on. And then, you know, with their occupation, they have to travel a lot, you know, of course. So when you travel away from your family, away from your home, you're probably even more worried about the situation of what's going on with your family, because you're not even near home. So it's tough right now, especially for anybody in California. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a rough patch for the Clippers here a little bit. If they can just somehow try to maintain, that's the best all Clippers fans can ask for. Just try to maintain. Like, hypothetically, their next 5 to 10 games, if they can go 6-4, 5-5, that's about the best you can ask for. It really is. So, I mean, it's kind of a bad situation. It's a bad situation to be in, because you want to be playing your best. You want to focus. And this team really needs to find a way to gel with Kawhi Leonard. You know, Kawhi just came back for 2 games, and then he had to be out again, and because of this situation with the wildfires. And you also heard about J.J. Redick being out as well, because one of his houses burnt down, from what I'm hearing. So it's like, damn, like, you know what I mean? It's just a tough time right now. Really is. Tough time, especially, you know, if you're a LA fan or live in LA, or however you want to look at it. You know, it really is. So I'm not sure where things are going to go, but I think things will get better, of course. You know, they have to, or at least I hope they will. Hopefully this doesn't, you know, last forever. I'm actually going to see a family member today that's had some difficulties with this. Not going to get too much into it, because I don't like to get too personal, but you know, it's just a tough time right now, and I just hope that Kawhi comes back pretty quickly. I hope that, you know, the Clippers find a way to maintain until he gets back and then ingratiate him the way they're supposed to, especially when he does come back. I mean, because they haven't had him all season, and now this happens. It's like it's just more of a setback for the Clippers more than any other team. I feel like their setbacks is just at an all-time high, more than any other organization. So we just have to see how it goes and see how it happens, and hopefully nobody else needs to take off, and hopefully nothing else happens with nobody else's family or anything like that, where, at least the guys we do got on the court right now can continue to show up, continue to play until Kawhi comes back, which shouldn't be long at all. Well, at least you hope not anyway. And just kind of like pick up the pieces from there. And hopefully they can just maintain. Because, I mean, honestly, if the Clippers could find themselves getting somewhere between the 4th and the 5th seed as they ended the season last year, that'd be right about where they need to be. Because it'll actually put them in contention to play a team, I think, that'll give them a favorable matchup. Because honestly, I think with the Clippers fully healthy, I think the favorable matchup for them really would be between possibly, the Timberwolves, the Dallas Mavericks, teams like that. I think the Clippers can really, I think the matchup would favor them very well with teams like that, even though some may not see it, even the Phoenix Suns. So, I mean, if they end up around the 4 or 5 seed like they did last year, and if everybody's healthy, I like their chances against anybody within that 4 or 5 seed, realm there. Now, of course, I think the Clippers could beat anybody in the West, anybody in the NBA if they're healthy, but a good first-round matchup, of course, with one of those teams, I think would actually favor the Clippers a lot, especially the way the Clippers play and the type of talent that they have and the type of guys that they have now, especially on defense. I think they'll bother a lot of teams in the 7-game series. But, of course, like I said, the playoffs is a good little ways away. We got to worry about what's now. And hopefully, like I said, they can stay within that playoff contention and don't fall into that play-in tournament, type contention, because that's when it gets harder trying to fight that uphill battle, especially when you don't have Kawhi and you hope his services last throughout the rest of the season when he does come back. It's just kind of like a, tricky situation the Clippers are in right now, and with all this going on, hopefully they can overcome it, and I believe they will. We just got to wait and see and hope for the best, and hope everybody gets healthy and well, and hope everybody's family is healthy and well pretty soon, because they're going to need to try to make a run, at least going like an 8 to 10 game winning streak at some point in the season to kind of separate themselves from other teams, to give themselves a solidified chance to get a playoff spot so they won't fall into that play-in tournament situation, which, of course, I don't think they definitely wouldn't want that.